Hello, welcome to today's presentation by Yapla and Cake Mail for Yapla Newsletters number 4, Use Automation to Optimize Your Communications. Today, I'm joined by Isabelle from Cake Mail, who will be presenting the different ways you can use Cake Mail with Yapla to automate and optimize your communication. Isabelle is really knowledgeable about everything that CakeMail can offer in terms of automation, and in combination with Yapla, you can really optimize the way that you provide information to your members, your contacts, but also how you can, in retrospect, analyze the performances of your communication. So Isabelle will start today's presentation, and if there's anything else, you can always communicate with Yapla or CakeMail. Thank you, Isabelle.
Thanks a lot, Mathieu. So thanks to you. This is the number 4, and this is a more complicated topic today, but very exciting. We're going to talk about email automation. So I'm a chair-in-chief in CakeMail, so taking care of the most important, the cherries on the cake. So you people. So first, we will discuss a little bit what is email automation, why using email automation, and why is it important, what to automate. We'll do a bit of vocabulary. I've done some samples, so 5 sequences for nonprofit. I'll do also a demo of an automation flow that I've prepared, and then I will do with you a small automation sequence to show you how simple it is, and then there's some questions at the end. So what is email automation? So email automation, imagine it as a process that allows you to send you a series of predefined emails. It can be based on time periods or action. So it's a journey. So automation have entry points and exit points. So the person can either sign in to your automation through a form, or you can manually add them to an automation. We will look at both different entry points. The exit points, it's either completing the journey or as completing a specific task. We will also look at this. In a simple sequence, the person will follow the entire process. So it will enter at the beginning and will exit once the journey is completed and they've received every email. When we're doing complex sequences, we will adapt based on the person actions. For example, if you're reaching a subscription, if you're trying to look for a subscription, when the person will subscribe, they will exit the sequence. Why using email automation? Because time and resources are limited, and we know that you need all this time, so it does help. It can help you also to work on promotions and let the automation works on the operations that they're doing. And then it reduces redundant and low value tasks. So imagine it as a partner that works with you when you're doing something else. They're following up with your audience and engagement. What to automate? Think of things that you're sending frequently and have a large impact. So if you're sending, for example, a Christmas card once a year to one group, no need to automate that. But there's a lot of little tasks that you would gain to automate. A bit of vocabulary. So automated workflow, series of action triggered automatically based on an event or a behavior. A drip campaign, it's a little bit of what we've talked about. So a series of messages sent at predefined intervals. So either each day, each week, every 3 days. So we will look at this later. So until the task is completed or the campaign is completed. When we talk about a conversion funnel, what we're trying to accomplish there is we have something that we're looking for. So either a sign up, a renewal of a membership, a donation. So we're trying to have this person complete a task through the journey. I've worked on 5 completely completely automated email sequences that I've worked on. Those are this basic sequence. So the people are entering at one point and they're exiting once the sequence is over. I will talk about little things that you can do to base those sequence on user behavior. So I have different examples, and I hope they will inspire you for your own organization. So, how to recruit new members? So, I have here my Federation of Podiatrists. I need to convince professionals to join. So, I have a campaign that the duration is about 10 days. So, when it start either by people subscribing on a form on my website asking to know more about my federation, about my organization, or I am in an event, I'm in a congress, for example, and I have an iPad, and people can register there to get more info. So the first part, your goal is to have them subscribe and to your organization, to be members of it. But the first goal is just to have their email address so they sign up and want to get more information. So we will look at it more in terms of a funnel. So we will highlight the benefits. For example, in the first email, highlight the benefits. We'll give professional credibility, the resource, and include a video testimonial for a member. You are working in places and organization where you're accomplishing extraordinary things, and the people are committed to what you are doing and being part of this organization. So it's a very wonderful place to have people uh, give testimony about this and tell the other person why you are important and why what you're doing is important. So don't hesitate to ask. Often the people, they will be delighted to give you just a few comments that you can include in a video. So those are your best the person to show up all the benefits. And then the action. So there's always a content and a call to action. So we will link to a page detailing membership benefits. Day three, so 3 days after, there were a couple of days after, you're showing them exclusive resource for member. So for example, you have the list of resource, the training guides, and then the action is a button to download an important resource. So you will see every time a person is performing an action, you will see what they're doing. So you will see how much they're involved with your campaign and if your campaign is successful. So this is also really important. On day 7, impact on the tangible impact of membership. So again, statistics demonstrating how you're supporting the member, what you're bringing to the community. And then you can, for example, invite them to a free information session. So either a group session, an event, a kind of a webinar, or a one-to-one session, so they can book an appointment with someone who will discuss with them, depending on what you're doing. So again, you see, every content is different and every call to action is different. So this is really important to understand that an automation is not sending the same content after another one. So it's important that you're interesting people with all your content, and you're using every occasion, every chance you have to talk to those persons, to talk about a different aspect of what you're doing. So this is what makes that interesting. And then the last day, here's the call to action. So remember, reminding them about all the advantages, and then having an action, complete this registration form, special offer, a discount, for example, for their membership fees for this first membership. So here's a um, typical flow that can be used for that. Reinforce engagement. So I have a outdoor federation. They have activities. So you need to encourage members to actively participate in activities. So first, you launch the activity session. So you share the activity calendar, you introduce guest experts, and then you link to event registration page. Day 5, resources to enhance your hikes or anything. So again, practical tip, an ebook that they can download, something that is interesting for them and that is different from the previous email. They tend spotlight on the community. So you share members, you share photo albums, and you encourage people to submit their own photos. Day 15, invitation to highlight to a very great event, your most important, or a famous person that is coming for a conference with the join us button. And then at the end, you can thank your members and you can ask them to renew their membership, to have a promotion. So this campaign, again, this is a 5 email. You can have it on a 6 email. You can have it on a 3 email. It's just for you to cultivate this relationship that you have with your members. And once a person, if, for example, if I have a new members that is entering, that is registering, they will start to receive this campaign. I can, at the beginning of the season, send the whole campaigns to all the members of my list, so they will receive it on the same day. Or I can use it, for example, to onboard new members to my community and have them receive all those information about my federation. So both entry points are interesting depending on what you're trying to accomplish with this campaign. Recruit volunteers. You're looking for volunteers. So again, people will not necessarily say, okay, I want to volunteer. Maybe the first action will be, I want to know more. So here's the answer to I want to know more. So first you get their email address. They want to know more. So you send them introduction to the organization, mission, the impact, and then the action is invitation to learn more. So via link to recruitment page, recruitment information. Then benefits of volunteering. Again, you explain the skills they will gain, the community that is built, and the personal opportunities available. So you invite participants to register for information session, again, in person or a one-on-one session. So anything that is relevant to what you're doing. Reminder of the needs. So a message that tell them we really need you. And then a link to the volunteer registration form. And then the last message is testimonials. Again, so finally remember to join the mission. Here, what you can do is once the person have registered, you will have this information in your Yapla account. So you can use this tag, this etiquette, and you can use it to just exit this person from this flow. So just tell this person, thank you for volunteering with us, because you know that it's already volunteer. So you don't need to send them the latest email of this flow. So this what makes also this flow very active. Imagine that every time you receive a new subscription or a new information request, you need to do that manually. So you would say, okay, so today I need to send this email to this person. And in 2 days, I need to make a note in my calendar and send this email to this person and this person. So here they enter the flow and the steps are accomplished while you're working on something else. So this is what makes the automation so interesting. Here I have an awareness fundraising campaign, Meals for School Children. So introduction to the cause, again, story, information, you're changing things. So invite readers to more detailed information page. This is a campaign that you could start, for example, every year. It could be a campaign that is starting. So every time you're sending that to the people, for example, who have contribute to your cause in the past year. Tangible impacts, statistics, examples showing how donations are used. And then invitation to contribute what you're accomplishing with a quick donation button, and then reminder. Again, the quick donation button, once the person have clicked on it and have given a donation, provide you with donation, you can exit them from this flow. Do not send the last email or the last emails once they've subscribed, because you have this information in your account. So this is also kind of an other idea how you can use that, or I have increased participation in the user conference for an organization called Yapla. So here's the day one official invitation. So announce the event, objective, agenda. So here's we're gonna have always the same call to action. So register to this event. So every time when the person are register, you don't need to send them the following emails. But every time you're contacting them, what is important, again, you're sending them different content. So reminder, exclusive content, sneak peek. You have a great speaker. Talk about this person. Day 14, testimonials. The speakers that have participate, take part of the last conference, how their life have been changed by this. Partners that have participated. So showing up a bit the impact that this conference has on people. Again, reserve a spot, and then a final reminder. So you have only 3 days to register. You have only 1 day to sign up. So you can also change this, add some incitation, you can say, okay, so this is going to be cheaper when you're sending the first email before this date, and then after this date, the price is increasing a bit. So this automation can be changed, can be adapted, and those were examples to help you have some ideas to create your own automation sequence. So here, now I will show you how to actually use it in context. So in Yapla newsletter, sorry, I will just go into my account and put it in English. Sorry about that. So here, if you're in your account, you can switch the language here very easily. Et voila. So when I read automatisation instead of automation and Yapla newsletter, so you're in your account. So what we're going to talk is the tab here. So this is automation tab. So here I have I have an invite here that I've created for you just to show you what can be an automation. So I've created before because as you will see, this can be quite work. What I recommend to you is when you're working on this type of content and automation content, start by writing your objective first. Write them, clarify them, and then do a little bit of your flow, just like on paper or on your computer, step by step. And then after, enter into the automation and then create it. So you see, people can enter here. I just want to show you. And I send an email here, and then there's a condition here. If it's a yes, there's a situation. If there's a no, there's another one. And here I'm waiting 1 week, and then I'm sending another email. Here I'm sending some other content here. And if the person is subscribing here, so it goes in the yes path. If the person has still not subscribed, it goes in the no path. Here I'm sending another reminder, again, different. If the person is subscribing, I'm sending the yes, thank you. If the person still hasn't subscribed, I'm sending the no. And then I'm sending the last chance. And then if the person has subscribed, finally, I'm sending the yes, thank you. And then the no, this is the end. So I will just review a little bit how it's done. I just wanted to show you a bit of what kind of path can be done. And then we will create a short automation just to show you. So to create, you can go into the button create and create an automation, or I can create it here. So this automation needs to be part of a list. So here I will create it with my English list. So with Yapla, you normally have one list per language. So here is I would say a welcome welcome sequence. Sorry, forgot my L. So it's to welcome and inform new members. So here you have a bit of information marketing goal for the moment. It just gives us information on what you're looking for. It doesn't provide blueprint, but this is the goal at the end, to provide you with blueprint with some inspiration. So here I have my information. So it can be connected to a list. What does it mean? That means when a new person will enter in this list, they will receive automatically this automation. Here I have manually add content, so I can add people manually, a group of people, by selecting them in my list, and I will show you how. So I select a trigger. I'm always starting by a little delay. I'm like a hockey player. I'm always putting it 15 minutes, so it gives me time to start my automation, sit, relax, and see what is going on. And then I can create, for example, I was talking about, I will review with you the conditions. So delay, that means how much time before an event. And you see, it can start from 1 second. It can be weeks, days, hour, minutes. So it really depends on what kind of time you want to add into that. So I'll just delete this. And if else is the condition. So if the person has reached one of this condition, it goes at one point. And if it hasn't reached it, it will go in, keep on being in the flow. So this is what I've done in my invitation workflow. I was waiting that a person would have the tag to participate into an event. And when they have this tag, you know, in Yapla, you have this information in your contact. So this information would be shared here. So once a person has subscribed, they're exiting the flow automatically if they have. So I can show you here. So all condition. So I can either use it on campaign activity. So if person I clicked on the previous email, open on a previous email. For example, if you have an annual assembly and you want people to read a document, you can say, if the person has clicked on this document, I remove it from the path. So you've seen they clicked on the link reaching to your document, or I've seen this information. And if they didn't click, I'm going to keep them on this path. And the other condition you can use is as the tag. So I was working. So if they've already registered for bakery event June, they will exit the path immediately. If they are not, I can keep them in the loop. So I can keep them in the automation. So you see, condition yes or condition no, and then this is the end of the workflow. Something that is very important, you need to complete your flow before starting it, activating it. If you have the steps that are done, so the people will go through your journey and then they will exit at the end. So if you say, I want to add one more step, it's going to be too late for all the people who have already exited this journey. So make sure that you have all the steps from the beginning to the end of your journey, then activate it. So the first step I'm going to do, and I will do that quickly just to show you. So I will send an email. So I will just call it welcome. Let's make it very simple. And then here I can just change and pick the email that is interesting. So here are my templates. Here are the generic Yapla templates that have been prepared. So what I can do is I can use any templates that I'm using and I can keep it. And then I'll be brought to the editor and I can do it. So what we're doing, so welcome. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong button. So now it's in the editor. So welcome to our family activities. So here I have my first email. We have a whole webinar on how to work on the editor, so I won't use it. I just want to show you. what we're doing. So save and exit. And then I have this email that is coming. It will be sent to people in this automation from Yapla. If I have my own sender, I can use it. And welcome. So the subject line is the object. So you need to put something. Welcome to you. We are delighted. So this is my first email. And then I would say, okay, so if the people, for example, if the people have seen the previous email, so I've opened the previous email, I will put a if else condition. So if the people have opened the previous email, so I'm looking for welcome, I will send them the second email. So if it's a yes, my action will be send them an email, which is here is our calendar. Again, I make it really, really simple just for you to understand. Is there our calendar? And then I change it. I'm using this one. And then here is our calendar. And then I'm saving and exiting. So for example, this is very simple. If they have received if they have opened the first email, it's our calendar. For example, if they haven't opened our first email, what I'll do is I will send them an email, which is welcome, for example, welcome reminder. And then I will change this email. I will select the right one. And then I'll need to change it. So please have a look at these important information. Voila. So I've changed the title. I've changed some of the elements. So again, what I said is very important to not send over and over the same content. So have you seen the important information for you? Or please read. Call to action, even more important. So then I'm sending different content to those people. So I'm checking what they could have done, and then I'm reacting in advance. So then if I activate this automation, you see there's an issue because I haven't put a subject line here. So this is Ero's calendar. So discover, here I have my subject line, our great activities. So those are different information that you have. Please send a test email for all email that you're creating. It's very important. You need to test your content and you need to test all your links. So this is very important every time before you start your automation. So the automation will give you a little bit of feedback on your content. For example, if you don't have a from or if you don't have a subject line, but it's good to send tests for everything that you're doing. And then I will review and turn on so I can show you the last element. And this automation will be placed here. This is turning one again, as you see. This one is active and this one is off, meaning that if people is entering the list, they won't receive that. Here, this list is active. If people are entering the list, they will receive this. And then I'm opening an automation. And you see, I can either, if I want to do, for example, to email all my members or part of my members, I can manually add contact to this automation, because if people are already in the list, they would not be automatically subscribed by entering in the list. So I can manually add my contact into this automation, or understand that people who will enter, subscribe to this list, will start to receive this information. So it was what I wanted to show you for today. So discover it, take time to check it. Just a reminder, important, these automation functions, they're available only with the growth and premium plan, because those are more sophisticated functionalities. Those are not the basic functionalities. And if you need any help, we're here to help you. So thanks a lot. Have a great day. And thanks for being here. And if you need some information on every other part, we've done a webinar on the contact, one on the contact, one on the information and anything. So contact and sorry, I'm looking for my word for the template. So voila, thanks a lot. And I will let Mathieu finish this webinar and see you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Everyone for being with us today. Thank you, Isabelle, so much for your knowledge in regards to automation with Yapla and CakeMail. If you have any other information, or if you need any other information in regards to CakeMail, Yapla, our help center, where you've most likely watched this video from, will give you all the other webinars that we've registered previously this month and this year, going through all kinds of themes to better use Yapla and CakeMail together. You'll also find more information in regards to Yapla itself. So if you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with the Yapla team at support@yapla.com, and we'll be able to put you in contact with the team at CakeMail if there's answer they are better suited to answer for. Thank you so much again, Isabelle, and we'll see you again for another webinar.
Thank you. Bye-bye.